Hello and welcome to episode 13 of our Ostriv Alpha 4.5 Let's Play. It is December of 1739 in our town. We have 368 residents, and things are looking pretty good. We built a whole bunch of houses in yesterday's episode, added a couple of wells and some other production things also. And I think we're pretty much on our way to where we need to be. Still want to add a couple of things. Probably in this episode going to do some grave plots around the church as well. We'll see what we can do regarding all of that stuff and taking a look at improving some of our production chains and seeing what we need to take care of. So let's take a look at our population. We still have some open vacancies for the jobs here. And that of course means we have too few people for the available job positions, and that number is only going to rise during planting and harvest season. So we should try and find a place to put some more houses down. I think this island here is going to be a pretty big area of development. I don't want to grow it too fast without having too many jobs in this general area, but I think it's probably a good place to start. First, just make sure that we can build something here without it being too far away from market stalls. I think we're probably still going to be okay in this general area. This forestry will move at some point. Actually, we probably could go ahead and build another forestry down here. If I can find a place where it has to remove fewer trees as possible. Okay, 5 is fine. So we'll go ahead and get that started there. And as soon as that forestry is constructed, we will get rid of this one. And then we'll probably end up moving these warehouses as well. Just have to have somewhere to put them. So we can worry about that a bit later, but we can also go ahead and start putting in some houses in this general area. We'll start with something right about here. I do like the idea of having the straight line from bridges, even though I know that's not super lined up. It is pretty lined up, and this will suffice. We're not trying to win any contests for straight lineness. We're just trying to keep a little bit of organization going on here, but not so much that it's really just brutally square everywhere, you know? So we'll stick with that there. See how close I can get on this side. I think we'll try something like this. See how close we can actually get here. Because I would like to get one more house in here. So we'll try that. And then see what we can do about this. Of course, putting this right here. Try maybe to put this at the back of the lot. Rotate a little bit to someplace like so. See how far we can get this to go. So I think, again, we don't have to be perfectly straight here, but I think this is going to look pretty nice. Again, it's not going to be perfect, but the idea here is that we have something that's a little interesting to look at while still generally fitting our available space. So that being said, we go ahead and get that started there. We'll go ahead and plant some spruce trees as well right here. Just go ahead and get those out of the way. Again, it does not have to be perfect. We'll just go ahead and leave that right there. They're not spaced out exactly perfect, but we don't care because we're just trying to get a general idea of something. Can we fit a big arch here? Does not look like we're going to be able to. So let's go ahead and get our small arch. And just put a nice little spot right there. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Rotate it, of course. If I can get the thing going the right way. We'll put that right there. And then once the houses go in, we'll go ahead and put fences, although we can probably do the first two sides right here. Yep, that'll work just fine. That'll be quite nice, just like that. Adds a little bit of interest here. And these wells are pretty close to the other things here, so we might end up moving those at some point. But I did want that to be pretty well established first. So we'll go ahead, yeah, we'll put this on turbo speed here so they can try and get this forestry built. And as soon as that's done, we'll get rid of this one and relocate these warehouses. But this also gives us another 3 houses worth of people before planting season. Now, as far as wealth goes, I think we're probably doing pretty well here. I'm probably not going to mess with too much of this. Our tavern is, they're making money, but they're not hoarding money, which is good. We don't want them to hoard money. We also don't want them to be bankrupt. So we will find out exactly what we have to do with that probably a little bit later. But we can appreciate them building as we always do. Whenever the sound stopped. Okay, there it goes again. So they'll take care of all of that stuff. I really like how this is starting to look right here. Even though stuff is not completely lined up, it's got a lot of character to it. It's not just completely grid. Like right here, this is a grid. These 6 houses, that's what my other playthrough looked like, and that's what the one before it really looked like. It's all gridded up like that, but the organic motion along the coastline here and the, let's just call this irregular housing distribution up here is interesting. Okay, so I think that's actually the kid from the, no, it's actually not him. He does not have a wife yet. Interesting, I thought he would have been already figured that out. All right, well, they can take care of all of that stuff, and it looks like they're getting cucumber, cabbage, and chicken eggs from the market. So let's check and see which ones those are at. Okay, right here. Chicken eggs, cabbage. Did he get anything from any of these? I don't know if they can actually reach that or not. Well, we'll find out. I don't have reason to believe that they're out of range of that market, but if they have problems with food variety, then I guess we'll know. We really only have a couple houses with issues. It's pretty good. Let's see, what are we doing here? Looks like we're in pretty decent shape here. We already have metal parts. I don't need to spend money on that. Chickens, we have a pretty good amount. Let's go ahead and just buy hemp, because why not? We're going to sell all of it anyway. Okay, so an older couple. Well, to be freshly married in this game at least. So just have this one more house right here to aid with all of that stuff. Looks like this forestry is up and running. So why don't we go ahead and make that empty. And I think they're just going to end up taking all of this stuff over here. We can only hope. Although I guess it doesn't tell us where they're taking it, which is interesting. I wonder if they're... Oh, they're just loading up the boatyard. Okay. Well, I guess that's not a huge problem because the boatyard only holds wood anyway. Firewood probably going into... No, it's not going in here? Well, I figured they would probably put it in this forestry, which is interesting. I guess they can use these laborers while they have an excuse to, right? Just go ahead and fire all these workers and hire down here. There we go. The laborers will take care of emptying all of this stuff. And we'll see about doing more of the... yeah, okay, they are getting the logs. Maybe. Maybe not. We'll see. New family with an adult child, 29 years of age. Interesting. You know, it's not often we get into one of these episodes 10 minutes in and it's still only February, so it's going to be a bit of a longer one. We'll see. I do want to get this demolished. I don't know why these logs are still here. Okay, it says storage is full. Oh, that's the warehouse next to it. So I wonder if... Yeah, let's just get rid of the logs. Go ahead and demolish that, because they are in full effect here. Just go ahead and take this down. And we'll see what we are able to put in here. Probably, if I had to hazard a guess, I'm going to put more houses in here. But we will, we'll see what transpires as we go about our business in the rest of this episode. It looks like it is planting time. We've got a fallow field here, fallow field. Really? They lined up like that? Okay. So we're going to have sunflowers, flax, and sunflowers. So 3 fallow fields at once. That's a... I don't think that's supposed to happen, but we'll just kind of let it happen, I suppose. That's fine. We need the sunflowers anyway to do all of our sunflower oil. Seems like we've got a pretty good stock here. And over here on this farm, we've got potatoes, buckwheat, wheat, sunflower, and hemp. So a full house, to be sure. Pigsty again, consuming all of our potatoes by design. We still have plenty of potatoes here. So let's go ahead. We have this area right here that's basically already built out with all of this. I guess the tavern is backing right up to a graveyard. Maybe that could be a warning to alcoholics or something like that. Let's go ahead and put in some bushes around here. And the other side as well. Oh, I just zoomed right past it, didn't I? Okay, so that's a little bit of improvement. It doesn't want me to deselect here. How about right in the middle of this? I'll go ahead and get the grid back so that lines up. Let's put... No, I build too many gazebos. I think I need to appreciate that I build too many gazebos. Is there one of those that has... Okay, this one's a little smaller, so that's probably good. I think we can go ahead and pretty safely put this gazebo right here in the middle. Just as a little point of interest there. I don't know if it's perfectly lined up here, but it'll be fine. And then this will be more or less kind of complete. Well, that little chapel and stuff at least. Now we can take a look at down here. We'll go ahead and get the grid from the church. And then we'll come in here with burial plots. And then I think we can start... Oh, the church is not... The church is not actually a square thing. So I guess we have to start here at the front. And just kind of do one of these numbers, huh? Because it is square for a little bit, it seems. So that's interesting. Okay, so that's reasonably lined up. I don't know how far back we're going to be able to go, or maybe we just do it on this one side. I don't know. Well, it doesn't seem to like me placing these very much, so let's go ahead and get some of this stuff sold as well. And we got quite a bit of money, so we could actually spend if we wanted to. Just supplementing our production here, and I think that's what we're going to do while we have the ability to do so. Horses we definitely don't need to buy, but if we buy chickens, they will be immediately slaughtered for meat, and we could use that as a boost to our economy here. So let's go ahead, while we're doing this, let's go ahead and pause so the game doesn't flip out, huh? That's one thing even though I have been doing better with my saves, I don't want to tempt anything, you know? No reason to do that if you don't have to. I say as I fail to find the correct spot to move the cursor to put a grave marker down. All right, we'll do a couple more to get this little thing kicked off up here. And then as it fills up, we will come back and add more. That's a pretty good start to this area right here. Go ahead and get that going. So we don't have anything in the queue at this exact moment. But this forestry is doing work here. And I think we can go ahead and make this one empty. And as soon as that's empty, we will go ahead and demolish. Same for the firewood, as it will go to probably the nearest warehouse that holds firewood, if I had to guess. Well, that's part of the fun, is we'll find out exactly where they take all this stuff. So I am very curious. Could just be even the market stalls that sell it. Yeah, there we go. There's no limit to what you can put in here. That's why we got 3,300 firewood. Well, that should be a welcome sight to the people that are purchasing firewood. Although I wish we could put something. I don't know. Can we? I don't think there's. Oh, there are. There are the options over here. Let's move. Let's see, move 1,000 firewood to. Ooh, which one of these was it that had? Ha ha ha. We have the technology. That one right there. That's a very helpful tooltip. Okay, so that's done. And as soon as that is empty, we'll go ahead and demolish, and that's being demolished. We'll make that empty as well. Is it still going to the boatyard? Yes, it is. And that's empty. We'll get rid of these and get rid of this. And this. And I think it's going to leave some nails behind as well, so we'll get those. And they're already getting them out, so that's good. Can't click the nails, can I? Okay, here we go. So they are getting those. That's good news. We'll go ahead and start putting some houses here. And in keeping with the randomness theme we've got going on, well, it's not completely random. We'll go ahead and put in one of these, like so. One of these. And we'll just leave those two next to each other like that. And as these move out of the way, we'll be able to take care of that as well. And we'll put two more houses on the back side of that. And now over here, we've got the option to do a very interesting thing here. I think I might want to try. No, that's rotated the wrong way because I pushed the wrong button. I wonder if I can get it to do something like this. Rotate this guy like so. Try something like that. That's going to look kind of strange, but we're going to roll with it. Humor me here for a second. Okay, we'll connect this to this. Then for this, we'll go just like so. I think if I did my guesstimation correctly, this should be pretty close to correct. We'll rotate. Put that right in the middle of the lot, and that should be pretty interesting. Just do one of those numbers, and this should leave this relatively in good shape. As long as our wells are doing okay, and they are, we'll turn off production. I forgot to do that. Really should have done that as soon as I built them, but they seem to still be doing okay. So we'll see exactly what ends up happening here as we grow further south. I do want to continue on the coastline here, building more of these fishing docks. I think we're probably... Oh, we have how much stored? 13,000 fish. Wow, okay. So maybe we actually don't need to build more fishing docks. I think we're probably okay. Were I to hazard a guess. So that's looking pretty good. Get a couple more things done here. How are our farms going? Looking pretty good over here. Looking good over here. What are they growing here in this giant plot? I guess that's probably carrots. Carrots and onions, and cucumbers somewhere else. So that's good to see. Looking pretty good. We've got another family moving in here. Good, 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 good. I wonder if we can get to 400 by the end of today's episode. It's probably pretty likely with all this other stuff that we're adding to the town here. Especially if we get these 4 houses done. It's not unheard of to have an average of 5 or more people in a house. In any specific set of houses, at least. So while they're doing that, let's take a quick look how we're doing over here. Yep, they are doing quite well. I think now that we have a pretty good amount of people, we can go ahead and put in a second tannery and then move each tannery over to this one's only going to be sheep. So that should be fine. Just do sheepskin. We'll go ahead and build in a second tannery. If I can remember where in the world they put it in here. Okay. Right there. We can actually, if we wanted to. Let's see. Can I fit one in this general area? Can I put it up here? Back behind all this? Yeah, right next to the shoe place is probably... Or we'll put it right there, and then behind it we can put a warehouse just for tannery type items. And this one can be cow hides, sheep hides. So we're going to do no cow hides here, but we will do bark, lime, and sheep hides. And then just leave that at that, I suppose. Okay, Durkachi is going to buy our charcoal and our shoes. Sunflower oil as well, of course. We'll be buying leather just because we can. As far as pigs go, okay, we need to get rid of some of our boars here. And our bulls. We're not producing enough milk if we have this many bulls. We'll go ahead and slaughter away here. That'll also help us with our issues with leather, because we really only need 1. That'll clear space. We do need to build some more cow sheds at some point, but I don't know when exactly that will be. I imagine they'll probably go up here. Yeah, okay. So 382 now, with these 2 houses still open, so could be in pretty good shape. But I think it's probably pretty smart to get our separate tanneries set up and going, so that way they don't back up if one is lacking and nothing gets done. And that also helps homogenize the location of the sheep infrastructure stuff to be all in this general area, and then the cow stuff can be right here. And we might even put yeah, it's a little closer to the cow shed. And the slaughterhouse here, we probably will. No cart nearby to deliver a pig. Well, we have a lot of carts. They're all in use, it seems. Or most of them, at least. Okay, new family settling. Yep, see, that's what I'm talking about. They got 6 people here. They had 4 here. This is still vacant, so we still have 2 vacant houses. We could conceivably get to 400. We probably will anyway in the course of due time, due to just population growth from births and everything. This will be done relatively quickly. We'll get them right up to speed working on regular cow leather just as soon as we are able. So that's going to be tanning a sheepskin. We'll go ahead and get all of that taken care of. We don't need all those laborers, but we will get this figured out and they will start supplying for all of that stuff. That is a fantastic addition there. And as soon as this warehouse is done, whenever they feel like doing anything. Okay, so we got a couple people moved in. And they both had 1 kid each, so that's fine. We'll get to 400 eventually. This warehouse is done. I wish we could copy a list of stuff from warehouse to warehouse, but I guess it's not to be. So we'll start with bark. There's probably no reason to do 5,000. I just felt like it. 2,500 here. And what was the other one we put in there? Lime. So we'll do lime for 2,500. Take from other warehouses, take from other warehouses. I don't know why I didn't have that checked for everything, but we'll get that taken care of there. And then there we go. Looks like we're going to be in pretty good shape for all of that stuff. They're already gathering raw materials, so stuff's looking good. Looking very nice indeed. And we've got this area down here. Of course, we can extend our tree line. Just a touch. Get this done here. Place is occupied. Yeah, I know. Working on it. And I think, yeah, I'll just do one right like that. That'll be nice. We'll have that entire, come on, right click. Okay, escape key works too. This is looking pretty good here. I'm not going to put any more houses here until these are all gone. And that's probably going to be a while considering how much of this stuff we have left. And the fact that we can't store it anywhere else except a stone mining camp. But that being said, let's see. How far can we go? No market stalls nearby. So I'm tempted to not do anything else down here until I can put a market. Probably right about here. Probably we'll end up doing another one down here. But, you know, I guess... Go ahead and slow down for a minute. I guess it's probably now as good of a time as any to get that going here. So, you know what? What the heck? Go ahead and pop in some granaries over here. And you know the drill. If you've seen enough of these, you're gonna recognize this pretty much immediately. This is gonna be a little bit more compact just because this is gonna be a slightly denser area. But we'll go ahead and do 4 there. Then we'll leave a little bit of space in between. I just want to make sure they're kind of lined up. Then we'll do the same thing we did over here, just rotate that. And then we can align the granary with that as well. Just a nice, compact set of market area things here. That'll be nice and good to go. So we can speed that back up, and you know the drill. We're just going to go right down the way here. Starting with carrots in this one. Starting with cucumbers here. Starting with flour here. Starting with mead here, going around clockwise. If I can click correctly. Starting with pork here. And starting with salt here for this last one. And then this last one is going to be firewood, shoes, clothing, and warm clothing, because you absolutely have to have those or else bad stuff's going to happen to you. Okay, so let's take this granary list and copy it here. This granary list to copy it here. That is such an amazing feature. I cannot express to you just how crucial that is to have that. It is so annoying not to have that before. And we'll get that. We don't need 4 laborers for each of those. We'll just do 4, or 20 laborers, excuse me. So this should be up and running relatively quickly. And that means, of course, we can build more houses over here. It is already October, though. So we probably aren't going to get too much more done in today's episode. It is approaching the 30-minute mark. I try not to keep these too long. Sometimes I'm more successful than others. But let's go ahead for right now. Just go ahead and get some more houses built right here. We'll try to generally avoid a grid. But, you know, sometimes stuff just can't be helped. You have to set up a new area. It's going to be just a little gritty. I guess we can't put anything here until they get these logs out of the way. So we can wait just a little bit. Maybe. If they decide to get logs out of the way, that is. Come on, just get that one. Anybody? No? Okay, well, we can still get a... There we go. Haha. Perfecto. And we will adjust the location of that to be a little more advantageous. Place is occupied. That's by one of these stupid logs. Okay. That's done, and we'll do the next one right here. Keep that just like that. Actually, we can rotate this just a tiny bit. Kind of. Yeah, there we go. All right, so that's another 6 houses. That will add to this area immensely, make that look very nice indeed. And we have our granaries already hard at work purchasing products from the citizens and getting everything ready to go. Got people already moving in here, and we have a messenger from Barvin Cove. Buy some iron, we'll sell some flour. And we'll go ahead and buy some Harelka. We need no buckwheat. Well, I don't want to buy 4,000 sheepskin. That seems kind of absurd. Yeah, you know, we're doing fine. We don't need to buy anything else. But now I want to see if we can get the rest of these houses done before the end of today's episode. We will certainly find out. Although it's going a little slower than I would have hoped. So we'll get at least a couple done here. So we'll leave them to that. This forester is already doing fantastic work here. And this will be an opportunity here to kind of have a curved street area. So we can actually go right ahead and get this kind of started for him here. We'll just have... Actually, we can start with our favorite big arch number 2. Get this lined up a little better. It's not going to be perfect, but that is okay. We can live with that. And we'll take our fence here. Get that done. Right click. There you go. And then this, we're going to do a little bit more of a curve going around here. I guess behind here, I could leave this alone. I could put a couple of warehouses for firewood or something back here. Actually, would not be a terrible thing to do. That's already December. I didn't get a screenshot, so I'm going to have to let the game run after I cut to get a screenshot to share with you guys as the thumbnail for today's video. But yeah, look at this. We've got family just moved in here with 3 kids, so we did pass the 400 population mark, and we've got another vacant house here. So as they work on this, you know the drill at this point. This is the part of the episode where I remind you that I live stream on Twitch at twitch.tv/jcthebeard, playing Ostriv and other games as well. We had a fantastic and wonderful live stream this past weekend where we played 3.5 hours of Ostriv and did a lot of work in this town. Hoping to do another one sometime this week soon, so keep an eye out for that. Make sure you get followed over there so you don't miss anything. And if by chance you're watching these videos and you're not subscribed, please consider doing so. We got all sorts of good stuff coming up, more Ostriv content, and as soon as that new update drops, you know I'm going to start over again because I just can't stop playing the game. But yeah, please consider subscribing. We are very close to 1,000 subscribers, 945 as of this recording, and it would be a fantastic thing to get to 1,000 subscribers on the channel and open up all sorts of other opportunities with the community tab and everything else, as well as a little bit of money coming my way, which would be very much appreciated. But of course, it's not the reason you do it. You do it because you like it and you enjoy conversing with the people that come and leave comments on your channel and just enjoy watching your videos. So I genuinely appreciate each and every one of you who take the time out of your day to come check out what I've got going on over here and leave a comment and just be supportive. So thank you. Seriously, I appreciate it. And I hope that everyone has a fantastic rest of their day. And yeah, we'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.